Hey everyone, just thought I'd do a short video here on for you Desert Eagle fans out there. The gun's been checked, it's unloaded, so don't freak out. Anyway, today I thought I'd share a couple things here. I went to the range and I wanted to shoot these Underwoods. Now these Underwoods are typically extremely hot rounds. They have a lot of pressure. As a matter of fact, these are one of the culprits, along with the 350 grain Magnum Research rounds, that they tend to overcharge the cylinder and therefore send the slide back too hard and fast. I went through it on previous videos, and therefore the timing of it going back and the rotating bolt interferes with the case ejection, which thus causes it to eject to the left typically, or straight back and in your face. But I went to the range, and the black gun I normally keep the Shorty in there for the gas piston, and I normally try to stick with the Underwoods or the 350 grain Magnum Research hot rounds, which both tend to overcharge. And again, just one side note here, in case you're ever wondering, these are noted as a full metal jacket, 300 grain full metal jacket. Now, if you're really into ammo, which I know many people are, full metal jacket is typically, here's a 9mm full metal jacket. There's exposed lead on the bottom. The case is brass here, and just the way it's made, you have the exposed lead on the bottom. Now, this isn't recommended for Desert Eagles just because of the gas system, the lead clogging the gas. So it says don't use any rounds with lead exposed. So here's what full metal jacket usually is. So there's always questions about, well, what about the full metal jacket Underwoods? So I did this a while ago. I actually pulled the thing apart, and this says full metal jacket, but it's technically a TMJ. It's technically a total metal jacket, which means there's no lead exposed. It's total metal, as opposed to the full metal. You would think it looks like this, but a full metal looks like that with the exposed lead. A total metal is covered here. Usually it's a coating. It's a hard brass coating, and you can kind of see the seam, but the takeaway is there's no lead exposed. So therefore it's okay to use in these. The Shorty piston, using the overcharged rounds like the Underwoods or the Magnum Research 350, and if you'll notice in the video, they really eject consistently. They're pretty much flat, not up, but flat and to the right. Almost all of them. They're very consistent when you use the Shorty pistol, but it only really matters if you run the overgassed, really hot rounds like the Underwood or the 350. The only drawback to these, to using that Shorty piston and the hot rounds, it's very consistent where it ejects here, but sometimes on occasion it will skim the top of your shoulder. If you're right-handed, the top of your right hand shoulder, the shell casing, when it ejects, it'll eject flat in this way, which is good, but sometimes it's a little too flat and it brushes against the top of your t-shirt. Therefore, when I shoot these and these with the Shorty piston, I always make sure to wear black t-shirts or dark blue. You'll find that out when you have a bunch of somewhat carbon skid marks on your right shoulder. That's it. Not the most exciting stuff, but if you're into Desert Eagle 50 AE, like I am, like a lot of people are, it's kind of interesting.